Fountain of the Geeks. You join us for an unboxing of the new Warhammer Age of Sigmar Dominion box set. So here we have the General's Handbook, which we've got, which pitch battles in 2021. What about all the pitch battles before that?
They don't exist.
They don't exist. Oh, right, okay. No. So it's only anything from 2021.
Yeah, they've been retconned.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah. So we've got the book there.
Yep, we'll have a look at that.
Have a look at that after.
We'll have a look at it after the main game, I think.
Yeah, because we want to see what's in here. So we've got a shiny box, very shiny actually, because of the light. So yeah, lovely. That looks awesome. Just looks awesome.
It does look good. Yeah, the new Sigmar dude.
Big box, big box. Lots of stuff in it. That was cool. So, are you unwrapping?
Yes.
Oh, most of it's wrapped in.
Oh,
you're being professional and using the knife.
It's already come off though.
I know. Yeah. You just want to use the knife, don't you?
Yes. It makes me feel like a surgeon.
Fair enough. Weirdo.
Dust over me. Right. Spraying. Right, okay. So, flip. And remove. Claire.
Sorry. Oh, I feel better. Much better, yeah.
That's right. Right.
So you've got a nice looking
piece of cardboard. Lovely.
Yeah.
I presume this is to protect the top of the box.
That'll be the protector, won't it?
I suppose you can use it as a upholstery if it's survived in...
Yeah, I think we got one once and it didn't survive it.
Most of them, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right, so here are the sprues.
Wow, many sprues.
We're on camera though.
Yes, you are, yeah.
So we've got some sigmarites.
Cool.
There.
Nice.
Sigmarines.
Should we split them up into what they are and that? So they're on there.
We have...
Those look like orkies.
Yeah, we've got some Mordor orcs.
Mordor orcs. They do look like Mordor orcs,
yep.
I've got to admit.
They do. I think those are the Hobgoblins.
Is there a new paint for them?
There are. We've got the new paints.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I won't be able to really show them on... I can show you the 3 new paints. You see what colours they are. We've got like a
brown colour.
Like a brown colour, like a green colour, and like a yellowy colour. Yeah. So we've got Thunder Brown, Orc Flesh, Base. I think they're all bases, aren't they? Because the other one is Hobgrot Hide Base, which is the one that's probably the one I'm going to use most.
It's like an olive colour, that.
It's an olivey yellow.
Olivey yellowy colour, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, so
more.
That looks more of the hobgoblin-y type things.
Cool.
Got banners and stuff on there, I think. Is it the same sprue?
Might be different. Is it? Oh.
I think so. I've got some more
Sigmarines.
Sigmar boys and girls.
And girls, thank you.
It is now anyway. Good, whatever.
Ever.
And then we've got some more. I think that's one of the characters.
Oh, is it?
Well, looks like
it. Looks like it actually, because it's quite big.
Okay, get to this one.
Ooh.
So it's definitely got Orc stuff on.
Yeah.
And the big boss.
That's the biggie.
That's his thing that he rides.
You can see that we've really been looking into this Dominion box set.
Games Workshop, let's keep inventing random beasts that never existed and expect you to remember them. Got some more Sigmarite stuff. We've got I think that might be the caster, you know, with the 2 faces.
Oh yeah.
And that one's actually Orc stuff on the other side. So a lot of these can be I've got some both on. I've got the Orc, I think they're kruelboyz, aren't they? That's the name.
I think so, yeah. Sounds right. And then
we have that's the Celestine model.
Yeah, the Celestine wannabe.
We've got another one of these things.
Oh, okay.
Slightly, no, it's just unangled.
Yeah. Oh, surprised at that, really.
Right, and then we have the box and everything. So there is the core rulebook.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to pull that out. Core rulebook. All the bases.
I was going to say, where's the bases?
You have to make your own there.
That'll blue tack.
That'll blue tack. And yeah, we've got the cards for the Dominion set, and then the leaflets for the Dominion set, like the introduction, I presume, missions and stuff.
Yeah.
Which, if you've played Age of Sigmar for a while, probably you'll never use. But for a new starter, it's perfect.
It's useful.
So this is a nice big set. This is like the Indominus set. It's only going to be around for a short time. So I think for the volume of miniatures you get in it, it's worth getting if you can get it. If you're interested in either of these factions. If you're not interested in either of these factions, well, there's no point in getting this box set. Really, you can just buy the book separate. And be done with it. But yeah, it's Games Workshop's policy of bringing out things which are a good deal for a short time.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And then doubling the price and everything afterwards. Boom.
I wonder if they'll do the little box sets, like the little starter box sets that they did
sure
with the
they
other
will,
one. What was it, like Soul?
This isn't really a starter set, just like Indominus wasn't a starter set. It's only a limited edition starter set. If you
yeah, it's like to get you into the game.
And then they'll have the
really,
probably three levels of starter set. Like a 30 quid one, a 50 quid one, and a 100 quid one, or whatever the price points they use.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll do exactly the same.
It seems to be working for them, so...
Yeah, I mean, again, this is a good deal. Getting Indominus was a good deal if you played Necrons or Space Marines. Or if you're interested in just painting those models. Just like this is just kind of like because we're interested in painting the models, really. Although I do collect orcs, I don't know how much time these guys are going to be giving in my own Jaws army. But they do have ranged weapons, so, yeah, that's the thing. But I am looking forward to painting them. I do think they look cool, even though they are from Lord of the Rings and not Age of Sigmar. Which is fine.
Yeah, I like some of the new Sigmarine models as well.
Yeah, they do look a lot nicer. There's a lot more detail on them.
They look a lot slicker, whereas I think that the old ones that came out just look chunky.
They just look generically chunky and
boring. Unfortunately, yeah.
Which is why I painted a few, and I was like, yeah, I'm bored now.
I think it's because they do it. They do them in all gold. I think that's kind of like that's a bit of a bore for me. You know, why don't you do some in different colours?
Well, I did try. I just find it as boring. But these are different models. These are newer models.
They are, yeah.
They do look better.
I enjoy doing them in that blue colour, like ethematic blue, and possibly red, potentially red.
Just to see what's in there. In this content here.
Do you want me to move the box?
Yeah.
A bit.
Actually, yeah. That makes more sense. Do we need to move the camera in as well?
Yeah. Who's zoom?
There's the zoom.
Oh, manual zoom.
Yeah.
I forgot about manual zoom.
Are we on?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay. So, this is basically the background by the looks of it. I suppose this is the introduction of the kruelboyz and the new, because they're not just new because they started doing new ones. They are new because there's a story reason for them being new.
Oh, okay. Industry.
Yeah, and about the Annihilators and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's some background lore in it. I think especially if you've missed the last few books, which I have, to be honest. I've read about them. So I can't really spoil anything in them because I haven't really read them myself. I just know roughly what's happened with Bellicor and the awakening of Kragnaros and all that stuff.
And Cloak.
And Croak's back.
Cloak is back.
You've got Cloak. He came today. He brought this with him.
Yes.
Which he should have come when he was released, but that's the amount of time we've got to wait for Games Workshop to actually send us things these days.
Yeah, but he was a frog bearing gifts.
He brought some Blood Knights with me, which I've been waiting for as well. Which were all ordered when they came out, but there we go. I'm not bitter about it.
Not half.
I want my toys. Right, so we've got the instructions here. To put the armies together. So...
Do you want the Book of Heaviness?
The Book of Heaviness. I don't think we'll do the core book today because it's just a core book with the fancy cover. I'm going to leave that absolute wrapper for now because we've got a lot of dust up here where we've been spraying.
Yeah.
Ooh,
light shining on it really badly. So guys, we just blinded you there.
Blind!
Blind you to the
Actually,
light.
before we start this, I'm going to have a look at the General's Handbook now.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm interested to see what's in it. Because it's smaller than the previous General's Handbook that I got. I don't think I got last year's. I think the year was 4 was the last one I got.
I can't remember which one's the last one we got.
Yeah. Because I would like to get back into playing Age of Sigmar. I've not played it.
We've not played it for
18
quite a
months
while.
at least. And it's a shame because I got a lot of models for it. I've sort of fallen out of love with Games Workshop games. Not the models, love the models, but just the games. I find like Warhammer Quest.
Yeah.
I just found was a bit rubbish, to be fair. So this is the General's Handbook. Not the models again. Just the. This is the General's Handbook. And we've got Pitch Battle. Is that Pitch Battles 2021?
Yeah.
I kind of like this actually. This format. Gotta say, I kind of like it on like a binder format.
Like, are they quite thin or? Because one thing I was going to say is eventually those pages are going to get ripped.
They'll pull, won't they?
Yeah.
These are thin. The ones I had hold of when you asked was actually like the divider one, which is quite thick and cardboardy. And I'm like, no, these are thick. No, these are thin.
Yeah.
It's a good point. I do like the binder thing, but if you're leafing through this in any particular hurry, you're gonna easily tear that. Yeah, that's a good point. You've ruined it for me now. Thanks.
Sorry.
I was trying to be positive about something, and it's just like, Claire's ruined that. So there we go.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'll just be really careful when I'm leafing through it.
Yeah. No, I remember having a directory, a little telephone directory, and I had all my users in it and everything, and eventually it all got like ripped and everything. It was like those old 80 things that you used to press when you used to go down to someone's name and press it, and it popped up and gave you the name and everything.
Yeah, it'd be much better if they gave you them like in a folder with, the plastic wallet sheet.
Yes.
You can always replace that.
Yes.
Or the option to like detach them and put them in a plastic.
Was it like a lever arch
I'm sure they
file
used to
or
do that
something
like
like
White
that?
Dwarfs. I'm sure White Dwarfs, the ancient ones, when I first started getting them, because I'm ancient, used to have like two little grey circles there. I might be wrong. And that was where you would put the and you stick it in a wallet, or we stick it in
hole punch.
A hole punch, so you could just take it off. Cause I think it had a dotted line up. You just take that off, put it in a plastic wallet, and then you've got it forever without having to tear it.
Yeah.
Better plans. I mean, in a way I do like the smaller version. I like it, but now it's rubbish. It's just rubbish. Don't bother with it. Claire says it's rubbish.
No, it's just impractical. It's for the practicality and the amount of money you're going to pay for it.
I think it's practical as long as you never use it.
Or are uber careful with it, and how many people are going to be uber careful.
Yeah, and then you're battling. I need to find this. So I was like,
yeah.
And you're like, this is taking forever.
See, this is why the Romans never used something like this, because
Were you like on clay tablets or?
Well, yeah, I mean, can you imagine the Romans using something like this in the midst of battle, going, hang on, Spartacus, do you mind while we just leaf through our book? Oh, crap, I've ripped one of the pages off.
I'm just trying to look at all these new ones and stuff. So we've got the Pitch Battle publications and endless spells updates.
Oh, so some of the spells have been updated then?
Yeah, how they work has changed.
That's good.
As well.
Or maybe they were a bit OP or
I think they're a bit
underpowerful or whatever.
I think they're all a bit more OP. I think they double the amount of stuff they do in some games. What I don't get though is...
there's only a few there. There's not like loads.
Why don't they just print them all on these cards? because these ones are printed on the back of this, and that's going to be much sturdier than the paper.
Cost, isn't it?
Well,
Cost over risk, I bet.
well, yeah, fair enough then. Then they shouldn't charge as much. But
Exactly.
oh dear. People watching this going, you guys just hate Games Workshop. I
No,
don't hate Games Workshop.
don't.
I just don't like them.
It just galls us that you pay X amount of money for something and the quality
These are the
is
core rules. So everything
cool.
here is core rules. So we want us to leaf through that. And come here, and just the index at the end. But yeah, so everything I did like about that and I'd hate.
You see, that would be a cracking thing to add to.
I can't actually even close the bloody thing. It's actually already come out.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh wow. Oh, it's that one there.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yeah.
No.
No. I can't even close it now.
Oh, so you'll have to just go back, won't you?
No?
No, I mean...
What do you mean?
All the pages that you've got to that side, put them back. Oh, there you go.
There we go. Yeah, because if you do that, if you do that in a hurry though, you're gonna pop that out.
Yeah,
no
exactly.
trouble. Well, there we go. Here's what it is.
Yeah.
And we have some pop outs. So we have Battle Magic Tactic and some random nipples. Whatever they're for. We got the pitch battle profiles.
The Sigmarine nipples, you know,
I
like
thought they were
bat
Blue Angel
nipples kind of thing.
It's not insult to Blue Angel, I like Blue Angel, I collect them. So these are the actual pitch profiles, so all the updated costs for everything in the new game is in this little side book here. Which hopefully will go on there as well.
You see, they could have done so much more with that book. They could have done it as like that you can add things to it. So if you bought a new army, they could have
proper
binder, yeah,
with separate things in.
Yeah, and if you bought a box set like a starter set, it had like something you can add to that for that starter set. You keep it all in one place then.
You can keep it, a proper binder of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of the file packs, but like you say, I think it's like combining that with the pages. That's the problem. If it was all those card things, it would last a lot longer. But it's only designed to last for a year, so
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Well, not even a year. I don't think some people will last for
Might
even
last
a
for
year. Come on.
I'll barely use it. But anyone who actually plays the game, and that's why they probably bought the book.
Yeah.
It's
gonna last
as long as they hope, probably.
Yeah.
There we go. That's our opinion on it. Others will differ. Others will love it.
Yeah, each to their own. At the end of the day, I mean, we're looking at it from an overall for usability and both positive and negative. So you will make up your own mind on that.
Yeah, you do with everything. I mean, people are going to love this set for more than just the. So I got interrupted then. So there's a little knock in the camera, but it also stopped me from complaining a bit early. So I'll look at these quickly. We've got the Kill Boss.
Again, the light's shining on it quite badly.
That's it. I thought the light was quite dim in here, to be fair.
No, the lights.
How's it look on the camera?
That's better, yeah.
The Kill Boss. The Swamp Caller Shaman. Kill Boss again, for reasons. A Merc Knob. A Guts Ripper. Got the Hobgoblins. Is that Slitters? Got the Manskewa Bolton. Maybe the only ones Underbelly using, to be fair. And then the Kruelboyz Pitch Battle and Legion's abilities. So all the rules, which will eventually come out in a book. Then we have Celestia. We have the Lord in Uranus. We have the Knight
Arcanum.
Spellcaster. We have the Knight with a big banner. we have some Vindicators.
Oh, they got the names, so everyone else just...
Praetors. Annihilators. And then the pitch battle profiles as well. So we've got all those in there. Cool. So there is no missions in the book. They're not like leading missions, was there?
It didn't look like it, no.
No. So I thought that's what the book was going to be, but it just looks like it's lore extension. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's fine though, because barely ever play them, so that's not a bad thing.
Well, yeah.
Right, so let's get with some building to these models-ness.
Okay, so let's see who we have first.
We've got the base guys there, so let's not
that's good.
So let's not screw up them up this time, put them on the wrong kind of bases.
Right.
Like we did previously.
Yeah. Oh, what we started?
Celestia. What's her actual name?
No,
who cares? Right.
Yndrasta.
Yndrasta.
Yeah.
Yndrasta. Not Andrasta.
Not Andrasta, no.
Yndrasta.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Sure, something impronounceable to anyone.
Well, it's like the Yanari, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like just stick a Y in front of it and it'll
Y
sound different.
Right. Yeah. Make her own lore up.
Yeah.
On the spot. It's like a name generator, really. Okay, so what do we want first?
So we want J1, J2 and J3, and then that makes up that bit. And then J6 and J4. And
is all this on one sprue?
I'm hoping so. I've got the sprue for us, so I'm hoping it's all on one sprue. Well, right. I'm going to have to go looking for them.
We'll have a look as we go through. There's not really a lot of parts to her, actually, so that's good.
I think it's just this one side of the sprue.
So we'll get all these parts off as well.
So I'm thinking it's just on that side of the sprue there.
Right, we'll get them off, parts and all the things for it, and then we'll come back and we'll, that's the base, just so we don't go wrong, and we'll put it together.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got all the parts off. So all these look like they would just go together without glue, maybe, possibly. No, like the push fit models. Which is blessing and curse sometimes. This first one, for example, is very difficult to push on. I've actually trimmed down the pegs on there so that I can push this one into there. So this one lines up down here and we'll go in there, and this bit pushes behind this bit, which is quite hard to do, which is the reason I've shortened the pegs a little bit. So I'm just going to add a bit of glue into that. Okay, so I'm getting direction from Claire on where to be on the camera. So then we need to push that behind there, push that in there, and hopefully push that in there, which didn't work because I'm now too far away from it. Okay, come on, there we go. The problem with dry fitting peg things as well like this, you get it in, then you come to glue it if you need to, and it won't go back in. But yeah, so that made it a lot easier just cutting those pegs down, otherwise you're there for ages and you could actually snap that bit off if you force it in too much. So that's the first part. Next up we have, where is it?
That little bit there.
This little bit which is our knee.
Yeah, just that bit there.
A lot of bit.
That's the smallest bit and I've no idea why. It's like, really?
Yeah, because you're like, at this point, do we really need to have these bits separate?
It's like having a little finger separate from a hand kind of thing. It's the most...
Don't give them ideas.
That'll be ears next, or noses. That'll be the next one. Nose will be separate.
I think I was right the first time. Yeah, goes in like that. Here we go. Right, and then we have which bit?
Next you have J4, which what's that called?
This bit?
Is that it?
I don't know. You put it there.
No, that's J12. Was J4? Must have cut it off somewhere.
Okay. Isn't that this bit next?
Yeah, have you got that bit?
No, give me it. There we go.
Oh, there's J4.
Right, so this is the sort of front part of it, and this goes onto there. This is the peg that we've just put on, and that needs to then fit onto there. I'm going to glue this. So, and again, if you have any problem with any of these pegs, I'm just going to shorten them down. But that one fits in okay. No, skewers it in. So where's this mysterious part that...
This bit?
Yep. Okay.
That seems to...
So go in there.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, because we've got these two long pegs, we actually probably need them to fit it in. Yep, that goes on that. That goes on that. Like so.
Okay.
Next
we have the arms, so...
Yeah.
This
is kind of the back of a body as well, and the head. And if we turn that around, we've got a little hole there, and a little peg there, and that's what that's lining up with. So I'm just put a little bit of glue on that, and put the head through, and push that in. Like so. Then we have the other arm, don't we?
Yeah, with the sword.
And tiny bit of glue. And then with a peg. There. Like so.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the
The
stairwell.
stairwell.
So there's two more little pegs on there and receptacles. I'll use them to glue it on. So, good fit. Then, what have we got?
We've got the branch and cloak.
Branch and cloak. So again, we have a little peg there, a little hole there. And we have again the peg in the hole. This thing's like a three-way. It also looks like something you're going to cut off. It looks like a bit of sprue, but
Don't cut them off.
Don't cut that off. That is needed to touch the wings. So if we get that onto that, like so, we have those two little prongs now sticking out to attach the wings to.
I think that's J12, so that goes...
Next. This goes in the plug on the bed,
Yeah.
doesn't it? So actually, I'll put that onto the end.
So then we have the two wings. So that's number 10.
Yeah, so on here it says to attach to the base before you put the wings on, which kind of makes sense because you're going to be using downforce on this. So let's do that. I believe that'll go in there. Come here, you. Are you different ones? Cows. Like they should just be a triangle. Oh, there we go. Right. And when you're pushing down these, always push down from the lowest possible point you can push. And then you don't snap anything.
Especially with a model such as that, I mean...
Yeah. There we go. And
that just goes in the...
this bit of MacGuffin going in a particular way. I'm not glued in for now. I should just push it.
Yeah, I think that's right, actually.
Like that.
Yeah, seems to be.
And then we'll put the wings on.
Yep.
So, should be straightforward. I hope. Yep. Make sure there's no bell. There I missed. A bit of leftover from the sprue. Put that on that. Hopefully this is the most complicated model. So everything else is going to be really easy. See how complicated the boss for the Hurricane is going to be. So yeah, it doesn't need pushing into place. There we go. Pretty good. Much better connection to a lot of these lines than on some previous models.
Mm-hmm.
What I'll do is I'll glue it onto the base when it's painted. Because I'll put some of the stuff on the base as well.
Yeah.
So I'll leave that bit sort of freestanding for now. There are actually two little things that I missed. On the back of the tree, there are two prongs which fit into the back of that. I wonder why that was so wobbly. Okay. Yeah, so there's two little prongs on the back of the bit of stonework which attach into the tree, which I just missed off. Didn't see them. That goes on there, easily done. Again, if you feel they're too long, you could just snip them off. They were a bit of a pain to push in. But there we go, that's the finished model. It looks epic actually.
It certainly does.
For about 5 minutes put together, was it?
Oh, yeah. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and not too bad. There was a couple of bits I did trim down. I didn't really find any awkward places where it was attached to the sprue. I didn't see any mould lines on it. So, looking pretty good so far. 1 for 1. What's next?
E. So,
E?
this is the E.
We're on camera then.
Yes, we are. So, this is this one.
E?
So, Lord Impertinent. Is it?
Lord Impotent.
Impotent. Oh dear.
Yep, stormcasts, electricity's not helping.
I'll need the snippers.
You will need the snippers. There you go.
Thank you.
He won't. Where have we gone? So,
I'm sure we said that wrong. I'm sure it's something else, you know.
I don't really care what it is. I always say them wrong on purpose. Right, so we'll get this guy off. He's obviously the dude.
It's all on one sprue, to be quite honest.
He's the dude. He has two options for like a helmet and not helmeted, doesn't he? Or is it two different heads he's got?
Yes,
One
he does.
looks like a helmet. So Claire will have to choose because Claire will be painting these. Which one she wants. So we'll get all the bats cut off for him and his little griffin friend, and then we'll come back. Okay. So we have the cloak. Is that like feathers as well on his cloak?
Maybe.
It's very Raven Guardy. So we have E1 and E2. We've got E8. Where's E8? E1 and E2, looks like they go together like this.
Is that E8?
So we'll stick that in there.
I think that could be it there.
Hopefully.
Or not, as the case may be.
Or not, as the case may be. Definitely should go in now though. Right, that's going to be a trim thing. Cut a bit of that off. It certainly does. There we go. Right, so we're in the... So what's this bit?
I think that's E8.
So with separate knees.
Like I say, it's going to be separate noses next. I'm sure it is. Separate ears.
Yeah, so that would have been easier to put on before I put that in though. Do it that way.
Excuse me. Sorry.
So yeah, there we go. Make sure that's it. And I should put that back on. Right.
And then you've got E3 and E4.
So E4's the sceptre, E3's the hammer.
Yeah.
And the hammer goes on this side. I assume into the slot there, at the back. Okay. So we have the hammer in there and the sceptre in there. So the hammer goes into the cloak, sceptre goes into the back of the body. And there we go. So next up's the head. So you wanted the head without the helmet, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the one with the beard on.
No, not the one with the beard on, not the one with the helmet on.
Hopefully that's uncanny. Yeah. That's Obi-Wan, old Obi-Wan. Slightly longer beard.
Yeah.
And that's Maximus, as you said.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just the bobbles on that one. It's like the helmet that he wears in the
arena.
In the arena, yeah.
Yeah, so we have the other slot there for that to go on too.
Also, he just reminds me of the bit at the beginning where he's the general with his little wolf's pelt on to keep him warm.
Yeah. And we'll put the front of the body on, which is attached via this bit here. Pressure on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're in.
Cool.
So okay to me.
Yeah, looks good.
Right, so we're on to putting on his top part with his shoulders and the halo, and the bottom part with the armour parts and the samurai-esque sort of
skirt he's got going
skirt.
on.
Let's put that bit on first. Goes on to that. And then we have this little attachment now. That in. Make sure we're matched up. Looks okay to me. Haven't got any gaps. Yep, we're on. And that just leaves the base, which is this bit.
Mm-hmm.
Which needs to go into this bit. And then we have the small part there, which is like the reeds and stuff, which is becoming a common
thing.
I think it's in Gur.
Gur.
Must be a lot of wheat in Gur. Or willows. Really like those willow things. Yeah, the swamp.
Oh yeah, yeah. Little
Maybe that's what I'm meant to be. Just need to attach. Into there. So
Cool. Very, very cool.
Yep.
He's like Pinhead though, I'm not being funny.
What was this?
Well, he's
things
got like
in his
massive armour and then this piddly little head.
Brilliant. Right, so he's done. He looks pretty cool.
He does actually, he does look really, really cool. It's like, don't mess with him, he's got a mace it'll hit you with and a hammer it'll just squish you with. Yeah.
Right, so the friendly griffin is 3 parts, is it?
Yeah.
2 sides onto each other.
And then the base.
And then the base. So I'll not even bother showing that, I'll show the finished model. So back in a sec. 1 Griffhound.
Very nice.
So, him and his master.
Aww.
Pretty cool.
They are actually very cool.
These are nice models, I'm not gonna lie. I did have to cut the pins down on this, not a big issue. So who's next?
Next is the Knight Vexilia, is it?
Bannerman.
Bannerman. So we've got 13.
Wow.
14. 15.
That's a pretty cool banner.
Yeah. And what you can't see on the other page, which is 16, which is his sword. So there we go.
Just 4 parts.
Just 4 parts, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So actually, I just move them up onto there so you can see them a bit more.
We've got the front part.
Yeah, you've got the that's the middle, then his front, then his arm.
That's gonna literally sit in there.
Yeah.
Using the force.
Yeah.
And then that goes on there.
Yeah. And then his arm.
And his arm. Right. Goes on there.
Yeah.
Right, I'll just file those bits down and get him stuck together because there's no point showing you that because it's easy.
Yeah.
We're back with him finished. So unfinished standard bearer. There he is. Pretty awesome. I did have to shorten the pegs on the body to fit the front part on again. It's not a massive inconvenience, but if you're trying to put this together without glue, it might not meet up correctly.
That banner's awesome.
Yeah, it is actually. It's nice stance. I like it. The stormcasts, I like it. Who's next?
Next we have the Knight Arcanum. So I'm just cutting the last bit off for that.
So she's got optional head as well. She's got a mask and no mask.
Is it a woman or is it a bloke?
I think it's a woman.
I couldn't quite tell.
I think so.
Librarian. I think it might be actually, I think you're right. So we've got front part, back part, arm, staff, sword bit, base, book, leg, extra shield piece, and 2 heads on this one again.
Yep.
So I'll see if I can get those as close to the camera as possible. A bit hard to see yet, I know. Okay. That's the head. So I'm going to go with the head that has the mask on. It just looks awesome. Gives it a bit of air of mystery.
Air of mystery.
No one will know what we're talking about unless you watch Defenders of the Earth back in the what was it, late 80s, early 90s.
Right, so what's first? We have the
C1 and C2, which is the
arm.
The
star.
Yeah. Head on the side. Just make sure I've got the right one there.
Sheath and knife. Put the arm on it.
No, that will hurt a lot.
Top tip, always make sure your knife is sheathed.
Say nothing.
So that goes in there.
Yeah, then you've got the head.
I'll take a chance and not glue that one in. I shall just put that on there. Are we on camera as well?
Yes, you are. You're good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
The head is next. And then we have the leg.
How weird. The pin for the head is below the pin for the arm.
Okay.
Just push that in. Okay.
So next the leg.
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 Leg. Which leg are we on? Oh, leg. Right. There's only one slot left, so I assume it's that one. Like so.
And you've got the arm. Oh.
Don't go on that. Must do.
So she's waving at people going, hi, hiya.
She's in the railway or something. Right.
Then we've got the book and sword.
Sounds like an old fashioned film.
Book and sword.
Yeah.
It's like one of the old epics, isn't it?
Yeah. Where did that go?
And underneath the belt somewhere.
Does it go on that side?
Oh, sorry, we missed a step actually.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're confusing me now.
That one.
Look at the shoulder pad going, that's a funny place to have a book and a sword on the shoulder. I'm sure that's... Oh wait. So like...
It's because I cut them all off in one go.
Is that right? Are we on? Got an indication of that being correct?
Have we got that one?
Is that right? To go any further? Don't know. There we go.
I'm excited and not done this bit yet.
Should this already be on?
Yeah.
Oh dear, this has made it really difficult for me to put this on now. Thanks, Claire. You star. Yeah, I'm going to set that shoulder pad off. Oh, Claire! There we go, so that's what it should look like. Whatever you do, don't put the shoulder pad and the arm on before you put the front part on. Because then it'll be very, very difficult, even painful, to get it off to put the front part.
But it was fun just to watch you struggle.
I'm sure it was fun to watch me struggle, yeah. For you. Right. So we have the sword.
Yeah.
Which goes on here. Which makes a lot more sense now.
I should consider myself well and truly told off.
On that. And then the book goes on this other peg that's sticking out. There we go. That's on that. Feels right. It's not going on anymore. There we go.
Yep.
Cool. So now we just need to stick her on a base. And then stick her on a base. And which way does she go? Like that. So stick her on a base. And push down from the feet. Make sure that's in. And then we stick her on the base. I'll probably just stick this one on, to be fair.
Okay.
It's the cool model, actually.
It is.
Again, I like this model.
So it's a nice model, that. Very nice indeed.
I think aesthetically I'd make the opposite choice for the face. If it was me.
Yeah.
But pretty cool. Either way, it's cool. So, yeah. We've got our last character now. We're on to the troops.
We're on to the Annihilators now.
The Annihilators.
Yeah, so shall I just cut the parts off for this one?
Yeah.
And then the other two?
Yep. Let's get the old parts off. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll be back in a bit. Okay. So these are Annihilators.
They are, yeah.
So we have our back piece. But
yeah. No, sorry. You start with the shield and then work backwards.
I thought that's how you'd try and have me do it. So this time we're gonna do it right.
Oh. You're following the guide.
I was going to follow the guide.
Oh, okay. Guide knows more than me these days.
Right, so where does this go? In here?
Yeah.
Does it go in there? That's what you told me?
Don't what you're saying?
Tell me. Tell me.
Go on there.
Why not?
Hang on.
She did it anyway. She's tricked me anyway.
That's the back piece, isn't it?
So the front piece, everybody. She's doing this on purpose now, everyone. Just so you know.
I'm not. I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah, sure. So, I'm going in there. The other side. And then we put the base on. No, wait, no, we don't.
No, you put the wings on next.
Still wait, it's cool. There we go. So there's the arms. What's next?
Next is the back piece.
So you do the front piece with the arms, and you do the back
and
piece
then you
with
do
the
the back
legs, alright?
and head, yeah. And then squish them together.
Come on, in you go, you little sod. So yeah, so look. You'll do the life for the most part. You could just push these together and you'd be alright. But there is a few where it's not going to meet. And you're probably going to want to snip it and glue it. Okay. So that goes in there, that goes in there, and then this bit goes on there.
Yeah.
That will actually glue in. Yeah, so classic not meeting up.
Oh, and classic.
Classic, let's put the divine straight in the middle of the
Right,
shoulder pads.
yeah.
Classic.
Why did
Give
they
me the
do
clippers.
that?
Give me the clippers. Give me the clippers. Give me the clippers. So unfortunately we're just here. That would have took somebody's eye out. There we go. So yes, that fits a lot better. So we'll put some glue on there. Glue on there. Glue down there. And there we go, and it meets up very nicely now.
Oh, we've gone into full musical mode.
Not full musical mode, this is just simply the intro to musical mode.
Oh, right, okay.
We don't want to go full music.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
Never go full music.
It would cost too much to do the whole musical dance and numbers. And
It does.
yeah.
There we go. And we have Sigmar, Poseidon, Cthulhu. Maybe that was going to be the reveal. There is no Sigmar, it's actually Cthulhu.
Cthulhu all along.
Yeah.
Oh, does
Then
he
I'll
get-
start collecting Sigmar.
Does he get a song? It was Cthulhu all along.
If he's doing his own musical, yeah. We can steal any song you like
Oh, cool.
for Madness.
Defying madness instead of defying gravity.
If you like. And we'll do the skull. Is it a skull?
Oh, I thought it was a tuft of grass. Is
This
it
is
just
some glass. Yeah, there's refreshingly few skulls on these.
Yeah, Yeah,
so used to just having skulls just everywhere.
I think they've moved away from skulls.
It is a skull, by the way.
Is it?
It's a skull and a tuft of grass.
Oh, right, okay.
There's both.
I'm feeling the falling towards corn with the skulls, the amount of skulls that they've
Falling?
on. Oh, do we think that they've already gone?
I mean, the entire Games Workshop's been on for skulls and everything. This guy's huge.
He is actually. He is massive. He's.
The shield, actually, it's awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to be smacked in the face with that.
Or the hammer, to be fair.
Or the hammer and shield together at the same time.
I do like the combo.
Yeah, the shields are very Greek, I think.
It's got a lot round. That sort of aesthetic.
I'm finding them.
That's why I was thinking like Poseidon.
Yes.
On the shields, kind of looks like him.
That's a good point, actually. Good shout.
Yeah. Right, so we have 2 more of these guys to go together.
Yeah, let me just check. Yeah, this one.
Do they go together in exactly the same manner?
Yeah, so this time you start with the back first, whereas that one you started with the front. And went backwards.
Back, and then head goes in there.
Yeah, and legs, and then you've got
the arm. So it's the same thing.
It's the same sort of.
Just reversed.
Yeah. The only difference is that one's the hammer's separate on the hammer front.
This one has
two
separate hammer pieces for some reason. And that was just going to go on there, which makes no sense because you then. Well, actually, no, it's fine because it's got like a comet symbol on it, so it's not going to ruin the front of it too much. It's part of the detail, that circle.
Okay.
So don't cut that off.
Yeah.
In front of that. And then we have optional heads.
We've got optional heads, so I'm going to use the one that's got his helmet off on this one, I think.
Helmet off?
Helmet off.
Whoa. Controversial.
No, it just looks cool.
It does. So let's. I'll take these 2 off camera because it goes together in the same way.
Okay.
I think this guy's resting on his shield, though.
I think he has.
So this shield's actually got a plug to go into the base.
Yeah, and his hands.
But it all looks pretty straightforward. If it isn't, I'll come back. Otherwise, we'll have 3 annihilators done. Okay, so our annihilators are done. So, annihilator. That was one we showed you. Annihilator. And then Annihilator. It looks really cool, actually.
Bring him closer to the camera. He wants his camera time.
It does.
Yeah.
Do you like the way he's holding the shield?
It looks really cool. It's like he's just put it down as in. Right. Yeah. That's me done for the day. That's cool. It really is cool.
Yeah.
Very cool stance, that one.
So next up we have what?
Praetors.
Praetors. So, are these got multiple heads?
These have multiple heads, but I'm going to have helmeted. I don't really
helmeted?
like... Yeah, I don't really like the unhelmeted ones.
Right. Get rid of the helmeted then. So get rid of the unhelmeted and just keep the helmeted one. So we have Cloak.
Cloak.
Body.
Body. Head and the front bit.
So there is a peg there for the cloak to attach to. For the cloak to attach to. There we go. And then we have head. Does that just sit in place? Yeah, it does. I think. Because there's no thing for that to attach to.
So it's like using the force.
So you should use the force and hope that that doesn't need shortening, which it probably will do. No, no gaps. Oh, no gaps. There we go. Easy enough. Right, and then we have this little bit. Is this like where does this go?
I think it goes across the front of him.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's what that's for. That goes into there. Should at least stop the head from wobbling too. Yeah, that's not going in. No. Right, so we'll have to glue that bit on. And then we have
the halberd.
The halberd, which will attach onto that side. And then that hand will attach onto this bit.
Yeah.
Right, So I'll just come off camera and I shall fix this on. See if I need to shorten anything. So back in areas. Easy peasy. I just have to apply a bit more force to push that in to the chest piece, and then the rest just went on. Alright, I did glue the last piece on. The rest isn't glued. It's pretty secure actually. I just need to put it on his base and then we're done. So we have some more of these, don't we?
We do, yeah.
We do. How many is there?
There's 3 in total. So that's the next one, but then there's like a variant. So you've got a Praetor Primer, just a bog standard Praetor.
I suppose you're going to build the Prime.
I've done the Prime, yeah. So I've cut off all the parts for the Prime, which is 29, 26, 22. 29 being the head with the plume on it, because there's only one head with that one. And then 23, 27, 24 and 28.
Right, so yeah, I just want to get those parts. We shall, is it 2 the same or something? No, why is there's 3 guys?
There's 3 guys, so...
So is it the same parts for both of them or something?
No, those 2 are the same parts.
Those 2 are the same parts, right.
Those 2 are the same parts. That 6B is all one.
Yep.
Which I've got here. And then 6C, you can do it in 2 parts.
Right, okay, cool.
So I'm hoping I've got all the right bits for this. So...
Right, cool. So we'll get those parts out and back into there. Yep.
Okay. So that's part G9.
And then we have the head.
G10.
Going for the helmet again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually fits in this time. Oh, well, it does fit in, but it doesn't stay in.
Use the force.
We'll use the force. Cool. Pushing it in. Tighter this time. Right. Then we have the front part. Right, so that does seem to match up quite well. I don't think I need to cut anything off there. And then we have this bit.
Yep, that goes across his body. Oh, no, hold on.
Right.
Where does that bit go? Does that bit go on afterwards? Oh.
Just trying to put it on in the wrong order. We're on the camera though.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, that needs to push into that. And that needs to push onto that. Onto that. Then we have this part. And take it out as it goes on there. Is that right?
Looks like it.
And then
The cloak.
last bit. So I go. Oh, where did it go? Yeah, just like that. Should we push that in place and then drop it? And it all stays together, so the drop test is passed.
I thought something had come out, it must have been the other bit.
No, I was just that film.
Alright, cool.
There it is. No glue. That's a no glue one. But I do feel like taking that off and gluing it. But we'll see. There we go.
Awesome.
Yep. Just put them on the base again.
Yeah, so this one's the Prime next.
Prime. Is this bit part of the...
Oh yeah,
it's part of the...
It's part of that, yeah, because
Right.
it goes on, when he goes on the bigger base or whatever.
Yes. She.
She.
It's a she.
Do you know what? I'm really not with it with these models at all. I'm like,
Tell the difference.
Tell the difference.
Tell the difference between a man and a woman.
Of which Claire clearly can't.
Yeah. That bit goes on that. Yeah, that's right. That bit goes on that. Apparently. Struggling with this bit. So, which bit's this?
That's 27. What's that?
No, that was just my hint, so I had
Oh, hang on.
to cut it off.
Yeah.
There we go. It's gone together pretty well, this one, actually. So just the 3 parts. So this bit, which goes on to that. That's got a bit of on it. I'll take off. This bit should fit into that and match up with this cloak. And finally we can put on the weapon. Does it go over a shoulder like that? Seems to.
She seems to be holding it like straight forward.
Or is she holding it like that?
Yeah, so looking like that.
Oh, right, yeah. So it doesn't go over her shoulder. It goes in. That's really a precarious piece to push in because this bit's really thin. I'm going to do this off camera near me so I don't. So yeah, you've got to make sure you push from the hand because if you go over any, that could easily snap. There we go. I have actually put some glue on this bit just to make sure it stays in place because it's quite wobbly, this bit. It goes on and it lines up, but it's wobbly, so it's easily pushed out of alignment. So I have put some glue on that. Hopefully that will keep that in place. Even fallen out of alignment now, I've just said that. There we go. But yeah, it's a nice model. They are nice models. But what I'm going to do, I'm put them on bases. But in the meantime, we'll just. Is that the other part that goes on the base?
That's the bit that goes on the base, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. So we're going to move on to do the next ones. These are Vindicators. These just Vindicators already exist in the game, don't they?
I
sound familiar,
think they do. Yeah, I think they're.
It's so long since I've
possibly
put any of these guys together. Right. So we'll get the parts off for these next ones. Back in them. These are 3 dudes. The only thing I'm not happy with are these cloaks meet up. There are gaps, but the gaps that are easily filled. So I'll do that before we spray paint them and stuff. But other than that, no problems. They look pretty cool. But now we shall get on with the Vindicators. There's 10 of these guys. They go together pretty much the same ways. There's nothing really new or anything about these dudes other than the fact that the new models look a bit better, but the actual construction's straightforward enough, especially what we've seen today. So the head goes in you've chosen the helmeted head again.
the helmeted head, yeah.
Then we have the back part that goes on like so. Go on, and you. It does seem to fit okay.
Move this hand, I can see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does seem to go on okay. And then we're just attaching arms and stuff after that.
Yeah, it's just arms and whatever.
The shield goes on with a plug as well, so again, all this can go together without being glued. I'll probably glue the next parts on, and then it just goes onto a base. And I will unfold this construction, so we'll just build all these off camera, as not to bore you with them, and then we're back in a moment. So we've got to this point of the Vindicators. Something of interest is this part where we're putting together the Vindicator Prime. There's two options for the Vindicator Prime. There's either a male Vindicator Prime or a female Vindicator Prime. The male for some reason highlighted in blue and the female in pink on this. And the blue one takes you to this part of the instructions to build that. And then you'll build a normal dude in green. And then, so if you went over to the other page.
Just move that up so that everyone can see.
Yeah.
So this bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll go over to the other page. We've got the pink ones here for the female Vindicator Prime.
Okay.
And then a green one for the green normal Vindicator.
Okay.
So you're going to build one Prime, that one or that one.
Okay.
So if you build the female one,
Mhm.
you'll have two of these male ones. And if you built the male one, you'd have two of the female ones, normal ones.
Right.
That's how it works out.
Okie dokie.
So you just got to choose whether you want a male or a female in charge of this unit.
Right. I will have a think and I'll cut these parts off then.
Yes.
Yes. Okie dokie.
Cool. Here we have the finished Vindicators.
Cool.
So yeah, show off a couple of them.
They're quite cool models actually, really cool poses.
Yeah, they're much nicer models than the original
Yeah.
Sigmarines.
Definitely.
They feel a bit more of their own rather than just Primaris knockoffs.
Yeah.
Which is what they should have been in the first place. But it's cool there's like male and female in the same unit.
I know.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
The banners are nice too.
Yeah, he's kind of like, he's trying to outdo the other guy but really can't. He's like, yeah, I've got a banner as well.
All hail Sigmar Thulu.
Cthulhu, yeah.
And that's the Prime there.
It's like a spear in your face.
Yeah. A nice model actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with them to be quite honest. I think all of them have got something different.
Can we get all, this is all the Sigmarites, isn't it?
That's all the Sigmarites.
Can we get them all on camera at once?
We can try.
For a selfie.
He's not on. He's not on. Those aren't on.
Ta-da!
He's not on.
Group 4.
Do photo.
So yeah, you get quite a bit of Sigmar stuff though.
You do, yeah. There's quite a few different variations there actually. There's a lot of unique models, I think.
Yeah. If you've got a Sigmar army and you want one of these dudes, then yeah, definitely stormcasts for these guys. Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, definitely.
I like them.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. So now we move on to the kruelboyz.
Okay.
The as I call them, mortar rocks.
So we move those over there. Oh.
So there was a lot of speculation when these guys came out because they did a lot of little short videos showing like red eyes walking up to the Empire people. Well, not Empire people, more Sigmar people.
Alright.
Old Empire, that's what they were dressed like. And everyone was sort of speculating it was going to be something new. I actually thought it might have been the Skaven, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it and I was thinking, nah, it can't be Skaven because that's chaos, still on the chaos side. It's going to be something from Destruction. I think some people suggested the Famir. I thought that would have been awesome.
Oh, that would be cool, yeah.
So my initial, when I first saw these, was a slight disappointment that it was just Orcs. It's like, oh, okay. And then a slight worry that the Orcs that we had were being replaced by these. Because because I like my iron jaws a lot.
Yeah.
So I was a bit worried about that, but then it's just because they're just another faction of orcs. So orcs, I always call them orcs. In fact, call them uruks. It is Uruk. Yeah, Uruk. Sounds like Urukai a lot more.
Yes.
So there's even more Middle Earth thrown in there. So I'm going to call them orcs. I don't care.
Oh, no.
So, so first off, we're going to start with the boss.
The boss. So...
Who is... What's his name? Kill Boss. Is he Kill Boss?
Kill Boss on great...
On a great thing.
Tooth.
Gnash Tooth. Awesome sauce. Right, so we'll get all the parts off for this guy and we shall start sticking them together. Okay, so with the parts cut off, so let's assemble this guy. So we start off with the 2 head pieces, do we? Mm-hmm. And there's a separate jaw.
Yes.
Okay. So that's part... Is that 1?
1 and 2. So 1's one part of the head and 2 is the jaw, and then you've got 3, which is the other half of the head.
Okay. So this attaches into there by the looks of it.
I'd say so, looking at the picture.
There's not actually a... There's like a hole on this side. That's obviously for something else. So basically suggesting these 2 halves just go together and that stays in the middle. Yeah, okay. And then there's a hole in the top of the head there for something to go, and there's like a receptacle hole there too. Right, okay.
So you've got parts 5, well 4, 5 and 6. So 4 looks like the top of that.
That's where that goes.
Plug, yeah.
Straight away.
That's like his face piece, his little face mask he's got going on there.
There we go. And then we attach this to this via this little slot there. And just make sure it's pushed in. As far as it will. I find it using this to push things in is quite useful. Right.
That seems to go. Perhaps.
Figure out which way around I'm looking at this. So that's that way around.
Yeah. So. That seems to go at the. I go at the front or at the back, is it?
Well, there's 2 attachments, isn't there? What? That's where it looks like it goes, but it's then below this level, so it can't. It must go the other way around, which it does. Yes. It's the angle I'm looking at the pictures. There we go. So that definitely goes on there. How well does it go on? Pretty well. I don't think I need to shorten the. Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap. That'll be filled with whatever I put on the base, to be fair. No, that's good. What's next?
I'll just move this up so you can see the next bits. So next is this bit, which looks like the underbelly. So this is I7. Is it the underbelly?
Yeah, there's 2 slots for it there and there. Seems to be fitting quite snugly. There's a tiny little gap. I am going to just put some glue on the inside. And put a bit of glue around this connection to the neck as well. once it's all together.
Next you've got the big part that
Yeah.
keeps it all together.
So these two should fit into those and so on. It should do anyway. Should. There we go. That's pretty solid actually. A little bit of sponginess as it so gets cold.
Yeah.
Let's keep it together. Okay. Right, what's next?
So next you've got the top of the guy. So you've got parts 9 and 10, which it seems to be the back part of the, I assume it's his cloak or shoulder.
Yeah.
And then the next part, which is part 11.
That's going to go that way. It's got this raised in there, so it goes that way. And it looks like there is... Yeah, it looks like that fits onto there, so you got a sort of blocky bit there, which this fits around. Just to bring it a bit closer. Ah, so that bit attaches like that. And then, this is the front part of the body.
That's the front part of the body.
Okay. So we have two attachments there. That bit's obviously the neck or whatever. But it's not attached to the head.
It looks like it.
Yeah, gotta get that to fit on through there. I think right. There we go. Look, fiddly, not too bad. Looks like it's gone on. So the pegs aren't too thick. Feels like it's in place. Looks good. Yep.
So now it's just putting all the other bits and
So
pieces on. So that's
that's
part
plug
of
for the
that's
base.
plug for the base. That looks like his head potentially.
Yeah, that's the head. And that just fits into this plug there. And then we have the
Shield with that added bit on the front.
Is this part of the shield?
Yes, that you turn it around. This should be
So
plug.
the shield's got that bit there, and it's got a little plug bit there.
Mhm.
I assume it's that way because it looks like a tongue. It is. Oh, there we go. So it's a shield together.
Yeah. And then it's just a case of.
We need to attach the body on. So there is one little hole there which needs to go onto there. That's interesting. Anytime I come across...
How do you stick all that together
well, that's
now?
an interesting thing.
Okay.
Because that has to go under that. So with a little bit of persuasion that clips into place. It's pretty solid now, to be fair. Once it's clipped in. And then it's just a case of adding on the shield. There is a little peg, that's that. Job done. And then we have the base and this little bit of plume that goes in there. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sweet. So yeah, that just goes on that. Probably advice to put this a little bit on first. Actually.
Turn that bit around so you can see.
I've not put it in yet.
Well, you know. He says hurry up. He's saying hurry up, put the plug in and then I can see my fans.
There we go. Slow it in a second. It's a nice model actually.
It is a very nice
quite
model,
long.
that. Yeah.
Good centrepiece.
Very nice.
Does look pretty mean.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to mess with him.
Pretty cool.
Mhm.
So now we move on to the other killer boss in the box.
Okay.
Okay, so what do we have here? Is it 3 parts? We've got the...
You've got what D1, 2 and 3, which looks like the...
so that's the back part. That's D3. I've got D1 in my hand.
Yeah, and D2.
So literally it's just
building up the body.
Bottom, middle and top. Bottom, middle and back. So.
I thought you were playing Strike It Lucky then.
I was trying to.
Top, middle or bottom? What's a hot spot? Not.
Cold spot.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Well, this has been a bit awkward. Just try and push this into there.
Oh.
It doesn't want to go.
Okay.
Yeah. All the others have gone in, unfortunately.
Apart from the top one.
Yeah.
Yay!
So it's going to take me a few minutes to separate this. Back in a second. After prizing them apart, I managed to push it back in. So my advice on that one is to push it in from the top first and then in fully in. And then this should go on the back. Like 2 pegs, and they're near each other. So yeah, I'd say the pegs on these are better so far. At least, don't want to curse myself. Probably already have. Than any other set we've put together.
Yep.
But hey ho. What have we got here?
So...
These are optional.
Oh, it looks like
I've got an option. Optional arms.
Ooh.
Oh my word! What do I do? Right, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So what's this bit?
This is part of the base. So that I think that you've got in your hand is D6, which looks like part of a foot.
Part of a. This bit here is actually
His foot.
his foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the chest of a sigmarine.
Fair enough.
So that goes on there.
I'm not bitter.
The whole way through. This bit
Just plugs in at the end.
plugs in at the
Goodness knows why. Don't
I
ask.
don't know why that bit's separate.
Yeah, I thought that. I don't know why that bit was separate.
It might have to do with the elevation of these on the sprue. So
Possible,
they would
yeah.
get snapped off. Actually, that's probably exactly why. At least that would make sense.
As opposed to just for the hell of it.
Into that. Oh, there we go. It's snug, but it's going in and it's not leaving a gap. So that's the main things. So that's that guy done. I just need to choose whether to give him the
shield or the flail.
Or how snug is the fitting on the I'm just wondering if it's easy flipping thing. If it's easy to pull them apart. You know, for options.
Mm.
Yeah, it does fit well. And it will come off. Tell you what, yeah, I mean, if I paint or both, it should be quite easy to pull apart. If it ever snaps, I can magnetise it.
Yeah.
You know what? There you go. Options.
Options.
And I don't even have to choose one. I can leave that one on for now. So that's the boss.
Yeah. He goes on that base.
The boss. I wonder if these guys talk like orcs.
Or rather posh.
Or they...
Hello, we are orcs.
Hello, we're sneaky orcs. We don't talk like other orcs either. I know we look cruel and vicious, but we have these strange sort of British accents. And unlike in Lord of the Rings, we're not all Cockney.
No, we speak very clipped English, yeah.
So this is the Stabagrat, is it?
Yeah. Oh, but they're Cockney, are they? Was that a small Cockney accent there?
Yeah, slightly, but not massively. So we have the back and the front, D9 and D10, they just flush together. It's like all dwarves are Scottish, for instance.
Okay.
For some reason. In my head.
In your head.
Even though they're not. Even in Lord of the Rings, they're not. But they are. D11's this bit, which is the shield. So that fits into there, I believe. Just not going at a specific angle. We have the really, really painful head.
Yeah, that's very spiky, that top bit.
If he ever drops on the floor, I know I'm going to stand on him.
Yeah. Well, one of us will be.
Not as bad as the ranks of Goblin Spearman it got me when I was younger.
Ouch!
Yes, very much so.
Well, they all embedded in your foot.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch!
There is the Goblin, and he needs a little base.
He needs a... Yeah.
He's got a little base.
He's got a tiddly base.
I've not seen a little base. I'll actually glue this base in because it's one of this little base.
Aww.
But there we go, that is the other killer boss with his friendly little compadre. Get in there. It's not actually a tight fit on the sort of base either, you will need to glue those in.
A little bit closer. Cool.
He's cool actually.
He is actually, he's very animated.
Yeah. I do like the fact I can actually switch between those.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Right, so.
Who's next?
Cool. So, Swamp Caller Shaman. So I've got this one actually, I think.
Comes with friend as well. Cool. So we'll get the parts off for that then and put it together. Okay, so we have these parts now. It's like a massive skull. F2 and F1.
Is that like his cloak or something, or his back, or?
Yeah, he's got a huge skull on his back. I'm assuming
Whatever floats your boat.
that will go in the middle one. Like that. And then I'm assuming that F, it's got 3 prongs on this one, F4 on. Will just fit in. I'm assuming it won't cock up like the last one.
Okay, that didn't sound good.
That means one of them's gone in and the other 2 haven't. Yay!
Hey!
Right, we're back in a moment. It's actually a real pain to line up. I've actually clipped the pegs off the inside of that one and glued it because it was such a pain. Didn't think it would be, but there we go. Next up is the head, which goes on there. The other thing is, before I move on, is pressing this into place. These are easily broken off because this one's got really bent out of shape now. They're really delicate parts. Obviously, all these little spikes and everything look great, but it's delicate, so just be really careful. Right, so put the head on. I'm missing an arm. Where am I? I'm not here, am I?
No, you're here.
Yeah, right, that guy's got an arm. Why has he not got an arm on this one? Yeah, so we've got F3.
Yeah, sorry.
Have we moved ahead too soon? Is that what it is?
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's alright, I can pull this off. We've done it again.
We got excited.
Yeah. I can easily pull that off. That bit goes in there. I would say. Is that right?
Looks like it is.
Nope.
Nope.
Doing badly on this one. There we go, it goes exactly where I thought it went. Just for some reason didn't want to go there. It's nice. Because I'm filming it. As soon as I stop filming it, it all goes together. And then that will fit in there, which is fine. Which I'm even more... I don't think that would have gone in at all with the pegs on.
You kind of jinxed yourself by saying...
Yeah, I did. Oh, I deserve it. I deserve it. I jinxed myself.
Right, so next we've got 5 and 6, so 5...
Which goes on first then?
Both seem to go... 6 seems to go at one side with the... That is.
5 goes at the other side.
And 5 goes at the other side.
So that's going to, there's a hole down there, so it's going to slip down there. These are so thin. It's in such an awkward place, and the model's so thin. Applying any pressure will easily break it. There we go. Just got to ease it in without putting too much pressure on. Geared.
And then 5 on the other side. There's a corresponding hole.
And that one's easy at least. In fact, I will glue that because that's too easy. It's not easily sort of like come off.
So
He says no, it doesn't come off. No, I meant this bit here with the arm. See how much that's waving?
yeah.
I'm going to glue that.
Okay.
And then
Then the head goes on, and then you've got a little peg for the base
yeah,
again.
so the head just pushes on there. So what I'll do, I'll glue this bit on, put the head on, put it on the base, come back and set it. It's much easier, much closer up to my face as well. I'll start putting these together a bit closer to the camera, I think. It's going to be a lot easier. Right, so there we go. That's the shaman. It does have the cool skull thing on the back. I like that.
It is quite cool, though, I must admit. Yeah.
Cool. And now we have his
little grot friend.
his cauldron grot, or whatever it is.
Pot grot.
Pot grot.
It literally is called pot grot.
What's a pot grot not?
Pot.
Okay. So
you've got 13, which is the back, 12, which is the middle, 9, which is the front.
yeah.
Yep.
What's next?
9, which is the front.
Which one's 9 in my hand?
The one that's in your hand.
Yep.
It should have his head on it.
Oh yes. And then we have the other side of the pot, which will go to that.
And then you've got the inside of the pot, which should go on.
Does that go on top?
That goes on top. Looks like it. Does it? Or should that have gone in first?
Oh, Claire.
It's hard to see from the... Seriously, it looks like that goes in and then the peg is at the top. That's really hard to see.
Yeah. So that will have to go in first. Into that really small peg. So it's not actually the top, it's like, it's the gunk.
The gunk inside.
The gunk, isn't it?
The broth.
I think it's a bit generous saying that's broth. There we go. And again, onto a slaughter base. But that's the model.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Right, so what's next?
Next, we've got the Merc knobs with Belcher banners. Oh, sorry, just one Merc knob with Belcher banner. Sorry. So this is your banner.
Standard bearer. Yeah.
Banner guy.
Right, let's put them together. Get parts. So we have this part and this part.
Which is the back part and the sword.
Okay.
Is it back part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the sword's there. So where's the heck does that go? Does it go through there?
Well, that's the front part then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the front part.
That's the front part, yeah.
Yeah.
Does that go
It's
through there
confusing.
for his head then?
It can't go through all gaps, it must go through the head slot. Yeah, it does.
Ah,
Weird.
there you go.
Okay.
How bizarre. Okay, so now here's the back part to put sandwich that lot
it
together.
would have to be because that's not really secured.
Yeah.
So that bit would have to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to come over to me. 'cause-
Okay.
There we go. So easily went on that one actually. And then we have the head,
The little piddly head.
which should go on there. We hope. What are the easiest bit? There we go. There we go.
Okay.
And then we have
you building up the
banner, which is these two parts. So the banner itself's got a big tongue. That's in. Simples. Then we have a slot of there for the hand to go in. And that lines up with the bottom of the banner, which is coming up from his foot. So I also glued the banner on that one because it wobbles at this point. I don't want it wobbling when I'm painting it. I don't know how I'm painting these yet. I might be hitting them with a dry brush. If I'm hitting them with a dry brush, that's going to wobble as it's painting. I don't want that to happen. Oh, these are all very delicate. So I have to be careful if I do hit it with a hard dry brush. Okay, so he just needs to go on his base. See that one? Yes. And then we have the little tuft of reeds.
Yeah.
Before I was thinking of like the wheat that's on the Luna bases and such like.
Ah, right.
So I thought it was wheat again, but it's not, it's reeds.
It's reeds from a swamp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a swamp. Because I'm considering painting mine green or something like that.
Well, what I'm hoping to do with the base is actually add some swampiness to them. Might use some of that realistic water from
that's an idea.
From Green Stuff World. Might create some little pools using either some green stuff or just building up the texture paint, and then put some of the UV curing resin in with some green paint just to make it look swampy. Might see how that looks. There we go. That is the banner bearer. He is pretty cool. I like that model.
He is actually.
He's also the model that, I mean, all the others have got like spiky helms like Mordor stuff, but this is the guy who actually, when I saw him, just made me think of Azog.
Yes.
Because you can see his face fully. He's got a more elongated face with the pointy ears. He just looks like Azog from the Hobbit.
He just looks like he's got a monk on to me.
He has. So next up we have
Manskewa.
The Manskewa
Bolton
boys. With the guys I like the most.
Oh, so
I've got to say, from the pictures.
Yeah, these looks like
massive
spears,
crossbows.
but with a massive crossbow attached to it.
Massive crossbows.
Okay. So you've got 3 of these guys.
3 of these guys, yeah.
They all look
For
like
now.
they fit together the same way.
Let's have a look. Yeah, so bolt and part for the bolt. And then they attach to 2 parts of a body. This one is the same. 2 parts of a bolt. Yeah, so we get all the parts off. We might only need to build one and show people. Yep. So all these seem to consist of just 4 parts, don't they? So we have 2 sides of a body. So we shall just push those 2 together and they'll go together perfectly. And it did. Miracles will never cease.
I think you were scared.
Then we have the 2 parts of the bolt. Should go together like that. Make sure it's secure. Yep. Then we have this long peg which sticks through the body. And hopefully keeps it all together. There we go. Got the pegs hidden. Excellent. That's the model. That's 4 parts. I just want an army of these guys, I think. I just think it'd be terrifying. It's like, I'm going to go for an Snork army. They won't have any ranged weapons. Oh yeah. There we go. Right. So I'm going to push that together a bit and take a little bit off. Put it on his base, put the other 2 together, come back with a squad. Here are Potg. Pretty cool.
Very cool, those.
Pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Pretty much want an entire army of them. I just want to see how much damage they'll actually do.
don't know about you, but the pictures there the rods seem to be a lot longer than what the actual models are. You seem a lot. I don't know.
It's not the size that matters, it's what they do with it. Claire, I've told you that for years. Right, moving on to Gut Rippers.
Okay. What do they do?
They rip people's spleens.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a good job my tree men don't have anything like that.
No, they don't, so these guys are going to be able to do it.
They're going to be a bit pointless, really.
So we have, these look pretty basic. We've got 3 parts there.
A 48, 49 and 50. Then you've got A51 and then A52, which is the shield. So it just looks like back, body, front body, head, pointy things and shield.
Just the same on the model.
Looks like
sort of similar construction.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a boss option as well.
Oh, so
this was an option, but one of them's going to be a boss, one's going to be a normal greed when we get to this point. So let's get all the parts off. We'll put one together, see how it goes.
Okay.
Get this one first. So we have our first part of the body, and we push in this bit, which is the back. Hopefully we've got 2 pegs, and hopefully they're not too long or anything, not spongy at least. So that's good. Then we have this little bit of cloth which attaches into the hole at the front, because it can't go anywhere else. Yeah, like that. Then we have the arm piece with the spear, so that's going to go on top. Like that. There's a bit of a gap there. For reasons. See if this straightens out. Then we have the head and the shield which are together. So let's push that onto there and see if that forces it into the right position. It widens it out even more. So we've got a gap there from pushing all this into place. So I pull this apart again and we'll see how it goes together. Pull it apart and put it together. All I did was put it back together again, and this time I just glued the raggedy bit on and it's gone together perfectly. So I don't know what was wrong the first time, but there we go. Perfect. And there we go.
Cool.
Pretty cool. Let's look at the next one. Because I think they're all going to go together very similar. So
it looks
there's
very
no
much
point going
similar.
through
Yeah.
every single one. So what we'll do, like we do mainly with mobs, we'll just get all the parts off. I'll put them together. If there's anything that stands out as odd, I'll come back. Otherwise, we'll come back with a finished mob. So there we go. These are these guys. I'll show you the boss. They do look awesome. They are a bit more varied in their approach to going together than I was expecting. I thought they'd all be pretty similar. Some of them are less parts. These 3 guys at the front, I had to cut the actual pegs off just to get them to stick together because they were a right pain. They just would not line up. One of them's got a 2-part, that one, 2-part shoulder guard, that would not line up at all. And some of them wouldn't go together, so I just cut the pegs off, stuck them together, which was a lot better, to be honest. So, that's them done. So we're on to the Hobgoblins. Is that right?
Looks like it. Those are the only 2 lots of sprues I have left. So here we are. So, oh, you've got a girl.
You would assume so with it being in pink. That seemed to be the standard approach.
Seems to be the standard approach.
For some reason.
Pink, it's girly.
Don't know why. They've got it wrong.
Well, yeah. It should be, yeah. Originally.
Right, I'm going to go with the blue one anyway because he's got a hook.
Oh.
He looks like a pirate.
I do suppose that one's more me because it's stabby, and I normally go rogues when we play MMOs and stuff like that. So
I'm not sure hobgoblins have a sex, one way or another.
clearly they do.
But orcs, old orcs were just fungus. They just reproduced by a spore. So
Hashtag me too goblin movement. There you go.
well, fair enough. Maybe some of them identify as being female. I don't know.
Maybe they do. Hey, who are we to judge?
Everyone to their own thing. I don't care.
So we're going for that one then. The H.
Yeah.
27, 26 and 28.
It's because of the hook. Simple.
Okay.
I don't know how many is meant to be. Is it 2 units of 10 actually, or is it? Because it might be able to do one of each. To be fair,
I'm not sure.
Let's put them together and see.
Well, you've got 2 lots there, haven't you? 2 lots there, so and 2 lots there. So we'll put them
because there's 2 sprues of them, isn't there? There's 2 big sprues, so I think it might be enough to do two units.
Okay.
So probably do one of each then. But we'll start by doing that one.
Okay.
See how easy it is to put together. So it's literally 3 parts. This guy, love it. Much easier. So we have the main body. We have this part there, which is the chest plate, and the other leg, which goes on there. And then we have the head, which just needs to be circumnavigated past the sword he's got, and then pushed into place. Which again is my only issue with these. With such delicate bits, it's really easy to bend and break stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, well, I'm going to jinx myself if I say what I was going to say. I'm going to say, luckily I've not broke anything yet. But, you know, I called myself out on that, so I think I'm alright.
You're alright, Emperor.
But I've bent plenty of bits that look like they're about to fall off. Well, I need to reinforce them again. But that's the boss.
Move it closer.
3 parts.
Yep. There we go.
Put him on a base, and he's done. Are any of these like more than 3 parts?
Doesn't look like it. They're all.
Because down here we get like 2 halves of a body.
And a head
And a
we've
head.
got there. Yeah.
We've got different heads on some of them. There's helmeted and non-helmeted as options.
Yeah, I think those are what you're making 2 lots of those, so you could have 1 head on one head on another.
Yeah, so you've
got
got a bit
times
of
2, so you've got a bit of variation there.
I think we're going to have helmets on all of them, to be fair. If there's a choice. No, there must,
there
there must
is
be
a
enough
choice,
helmets
yeah.
to do that. We'll just go ahead and stick the units together because there's nothing here that looks... I said that about the last unit and I got stuck on a few of them. But there's really nothing here that looks overly complicated.
I don't think so.
So I will again let you know if there's anything. We'll be back in a moment. There we go. That's the Hobgoblins. Goblins. So in the unit we have 2 standard bearers. And we have 2 musicians, one with the trumpet and one with the drum. And then we have the boss, we showed before. There aren't enough spare parts to make anything else. Did check, I was wondering if there was enough spare parts to make the other boss, but there isn't. There's not enough of the front parts. And it's not just like a missing chest piece. Most of them have the leg attached as well.
Yeah.
They all went together pretty simple. No problems with this unit at all. And that's it. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
So all the orcs together. We have
Yep, he's on
mounted
camera.
boss. We have the shaman. That's
Yep.
shaman.
Yep.
So there's the cauldron boy. We have the banner. We have the other boss with his little goblin friend. And then we have the 3 shooty guys.
Yep.
And we have all these guys. I don't know they're going to fit on the camera. So yeah, there's plenty of orc models to be using on. Only 1 battle line unit for both armies.
Yep.
But pretty good. I think the stormcasts have the points on that though. Because I was looking on the pitch battle profile cards. It's for the stormcasts. That one.
That's on.
You can see all the points there. We've got Vindicators at 140 for the 5. Draster is 300 points. The Knight Arcanum is 150. The Vexilior is 125, the Lord Imperatant is 160, the Annihilator is 190, and the Praetor is 155 points.
Let's get some of these guys on at the back so we can have them all on.
The Gut Rippers right at the top. Hopefully you can see that on the camera.
Yep.
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 So the Gut Rippers are 180, the Kill Boss is 140, the Gnashtooth Kill Boss is 200, the Merc Knobs 115, the Shaman's 125, the Hot Grot Slitters are 95 but for 10, so that'll be double the point. And then there's the Manskewa Boys 120. I think points wise the Stormcasts have the advantage. It'll be interesting to face these two off if we get a chance to do it.
We'll try.
I would be interested in getting back into Age of Sigmar. But we'll see if we've got time. There's so many other things I've got going. Especially Stargrave. Stargrave's awesome. Are they all on?
They're all on.
And then the spare shield for the dude there.
Oh yeah. There you go. I think they're just about all on.
It's all of models.
Yeah. There
So
you go.
Took us a while to put them together. No massive issues, just some frustrating things with the pegs that you just cut the peg off and then it goes on nicely. Better than usual though.
Yeah, not as bad. Yeah.
Not as many peg issues as with the Warhammer Quest
Oh, that was a bit of a pain.
box set.
Yeah.
There's a few issues with that one. But yeah, overall I think it's a better value box set. Especially because there isn't a MacGuffin in the Warhammer Quest box, which is for the game, which is a bit pointless.
Yeah, especially when all you want is the models, to be quite honest, and we've not really played Warhammer Quest.
No, I could do an entire video about complaining about that, to be honest, but there we go. I won't do that. All games one shot. I'll just show you the models. I do like the models. I'll probably get more of the Uruks. They did have a cast yesterday, because it's Sunday now. We started putting this together on Saturday and had a break.
Yeah, rolled over.
So, yeah, they did show some models on the website. There's these guys, and these guys are the box set. They've shown, and they've got two big monsters, big sort of sloth alligator thing, and then the one with it looks like a little boat on the back of another creature. Whose names I forget. They do look cool. I'm definitely gonna get some more of these because if nothing else, they'll serve as allies to my Iron Jaws, and with the ranged, add a new element into that army. How big an army I get the kruelboyz, I don't know. Depends on what comes out and what I like. What about you?
Probably get some of these dudes.
The Annihilators.
The Annihilators, they do look really nice. Maybe some more of the spear guys, because I quite like the look of them, to be quite honest.
Yeah, they do look nice.
Some of the stances are pretty funky. Maybe the Praetors, I'm not so sure. I'll have to think about that, definitely.
Yeah, they do look nicer than the older models.
Yeah, they feel a bit more different than just the standard sword and hammer and shield business going on. The shields are a lot more ornate, I think, as well. So, yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Overall, I think it's a good box set. If you're new to Age of Sigmar, it's a brilliant box set. So if you're new and you want to get into it, and if you like either of these two armies, it's worth getting it. To be fair, if you don't want one of these armies, see if you can trade it with somebody, or sell the other army on eBay.
Yes, yeah, that is true.
But there'll be plenty of people wanting to buy these models because they will come out separately, but they'll be like 2 or 3 times the cost that they are in this box.
Yeah, they always are.
So bear that in mind. And the Dominant, what was the other one called?
Indominators.
Same as the Raptor from Jurassic Park. So yeah, was it Dominus Rex, wasn't it? Raptor thing.
Something like that, yeah.
It's called Dominus. That thing as well, yeah. So that was only around for a few months, basically. This will be around for a few months, probably. Yeah. And then they'll repackage it on.
Yeah, for me, I mean, the models are beautiful looking and gorgeous looking. They are a bit faffy to put together.
Yeah.
So depending on how good you are at putting things together, or whether you need someone to help you. You might need someone to help you if you're, if you're not great at putting models together, kind of thing. Because there are a lot of fiddly.
There's a lot of fiddly parts. It's just pushing them into the right place mostly.
Yeah.
Most of the pins went in. Some of them were just probably because they were getting a bit narked as well from putting so many models together at once. So if you've got this, obviously I'd recommend putting it together in stages.
Yeah.
Just pick a unit and put that together, then have a good break. And then you might not get as aggravated as I was getting with some of the pins. But I just cut them off and they went on, no problem. So again, the pins are only there for the not needing glue, but then even with them there's a couple of parts definitely glue, especially gluing them to these bases. These slot bases were all loose, there's no way they would stay in with their bit of glue. But that's easy to glue as well.
That was always the case with slot bases though. I mean, some just popped in and you were fine with, and others you were just like, no, you're going to have to glue it in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy painting these kruelboyz. I just don't know how to do it yet. I do have, as I said at the beginning, I've got this Orc Flesh, although I also have a hankering to paint them white.
Oh.
Because I'm not against the Lord of the Ring. I'm going to mock it because it just do like Lord of the Rings with all the spiky bits and all the like sinewy orcs and stuff. I'm not against that aesthetic. I do quite like it, and especially this guy looking like Azog.
Yeah.
Azog was white, and I'm like, maybe do them all different colours. The Hobgoblins are going to probably will try and paint them this colour just to
see what it looks like.
So they stick out as hobgrots and not like normal grots. But the orcs I might do albino, like Azog.
That'll be interesting.
Or I might do them green, but then just have the faces painted white, like they've ground up bone dust and stuff, and then put it on the face. I think that's from one of the Iron Jaws clans. I think one of those does that.
One of the things I noticed with, I think it was the guys with the spears, a couple of them looked very piratey.
A couple of them have got
like eye patches on.
And stuff. This guy. I actually picked up the right one.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Yeah, that was the one I was looking at, and I thought, wow, this would make a really good pirate model, just if you wanted to convert it or something.
I think that's what won me round with these. At first I was a bit, it's just orcs, and then I was like, I hope they're not replacing orcs with these things. Because I like the bulky orc feel. But if they've got like one side who's orc and one side who's mork, and the mork one's a bit more cunning and a bit more like this, I'm fine with that, that's cool.
Yeah.
How deep I go will depend on the models they release. So far, I like the look of what's coming out, the monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
And after I've painted these, if I paint them well, and I really like them, that'll probably inspire me to get more.
Yeah. I think with the orcs, because they are quite big and you've got like bad boys and that kind of sounding name, they don't really lend themselves to being sneaky. So I think to bring out another set of orcs that are more thin and stealthy and sneaky like, I think it needed that change in aesthetic.
Different breed of orcs.
Well, from the big bulky guys, or the same template all the time. Because I do find them very similar to each other, kind of thing. All the, you've got savage orcs, you've got
I suppose
Iron Jaws and that lot. That they are something similar.
So eyeing up the points cost on these as well. The difference between this seems to be a more horde army than the Iron Jaws horde army, because Iron Jaws are more expensive.
Yeah.
So there's that balance. Although I do have my feral orcs for that.
Yeah, there is that, I see.
Because they are cheaper, but they're cool as well. Yeah. I'll have to do something to mark them out different to my other orcs, and it might be like face paint. I've not decided. I might not, I might just paint. I will probably test one with this Orc Flesh and probably follow the painting guide to see what it looks like, and then I'll make a decision then, basically. Because I might like that. We shall see.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for joining us. If you're still with us, thanks for listening to us ramble. Join us again. We do have a Necromunda box to unbox. Claire's Cordo Gang. That's kind of got shelved because it came late again. And then we've been waiting to... We just haven't had the opportunity to unbox it, basically. But we do have that to unbox. And there's some more Necromunda Forger models that I got to unbox as well. So they will be coming soon. And I mean, I make an exception for Necromunda. I love Necromunda. I love the game Necromunda.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think that's why I'm excited to open those ones. I'd love to get back into Age of Sigmar. So if you want to see us play, put in the comments. The more comments you put in, the more pressure I can put on Claire to play the game. Other than that, Stargrave. Stargrave's where I'm at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm collecting stuff for Stargrave and sort of expanding out my bestiary. I've been, I got some Chronohounds from Frostgrave. Is that on?
Yeah. Bring it forward a little bit.
Not quite finished painting them, and I've only just started doing the base on them. But yeah, just to show you one of them. One of the Chronohounds. It's a Warp Hound for Stargrave. Painted most of the crews. Did I show you these on camera? Show one of the painted troops. I think I showed one of the painted mercs before. I'll show one of the random painted normal crew guys. I particularly like that guy for some reason. I don't know why. He looks awesome. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing in the background. Stay tuned for some Stargrave stuff, I suppose. Awesome. And that's it.
Yep.
So please like and subscribe if you want to see more from us. And hopefully we'll see you again soon, guys.
See you soon.
Bye for now.
Bye.